Hey, it's a Swiss Army knife here with a dirty job. I felt like I needed to show you this because there's not a whole lot on this part leaking here. And it is actually called a Spud inlet or outlet valve. And there's the part number I got. It's there are different sizes, but this is actually what a Spud valve looks like right here. And it goes in here. You're gonna need some tools to replace this valve. You can get a little bit creative and stuff, but not really. This is a Sloan toilet with a Sloan flusher valve. All these parts are like proprietary, so it makes it real tough. This here is a little cover that you just force off. There may be even a small tool that takes this off, but just a screwdriver here. It's got little plastic edges on it. And you're actually going to use this to turn your water off. You just turn it like a valve, but it's a little slotted screw. So like I said, I just felt like I should show you this. When I got it out, I went, I gotta show these guys and whoever's doing this, it'll help you with, just getting through this. Now, if your toilet's in good shape, you can loosen the bottom and you can just turn the toilet just a little bit. And that'll allow you to pull this keeper here, or this bolt that's on here, that holds this, the union, I guess you would call it, away. And then this whole thing comes out. And you can see the Spud valve just fell off, okay? And the valve fell off because it's just crusty here. So how do you separate this? I'm going to show you what a good valve that easily comes off looks like. Okay? You see these are 3 pieces right here. And this just goes on like this. So what we have to do is separate the top from the bottom. And there's a little bit of hard work in doing that, and you need to have one of these. If you don't have one of these, just picks the different size of Spud valve that you have, and then you can get on this and unscrew it. It's crazy. It's Sloan. Sloan is all like this. All their stuff is like this. Okay? You have to save this washer and this little piece because they never really go bad, so they're fine. I'm going to pull this one off, put this one back in, like the other one. See if I can show you all this. And I'm going to put this cover piece on here. And this is just going to sit on top. Just like so. Okay? So I'm going to actually show you what the old and the new look like so you can figure out how these go together. This is actually 3 pieces. It doesn't look like it. So that's what's confusing to a lot of people on this. So what I'm going to do is show you the pieces, and I'm going to leave the new one alone because it's okay. So this is a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch inlet outlet Spud. It's just called a Spud. It's basically a toilet gasket. So if I undo this one, it's going to show you the top piece, but there's also a separation piece in here where this separates in here, and so you have effectively 3 pieces. If you get the one from the store, you're not going to get this from the store, you're going to order online more than likely. You will get this piece and it will come up with a few other pieces with it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put this on the toilet and then tighten it down so this goes wide and sticks in that whole area. It spreads out in that whole area so you can actually get a nice purchase on the toilet. Okay? I'm hoping that makes sense to you. and I'll do that right now. Now I'm limited right now. I gotta get this done, so I do not have the I do not have a large crescent. I know this is really crude for you plumbers or tool guys. You just go, oh, what is he doing? So I spread this out so it's nice and loose, and don't drop it in. So get a thread on this, and then you're basically going to tighten this down until it pulls up on it. And you're going to need that tool. A tool that I showed you. Now, you can buy some of these tools to try and get these parts off, but half the time they don't work, so you need a good crescent. So I'm going to stick this in here. Hopefully it'll be, yeah, it works just fine. So it's bringing this piece tight, okay? It really grabs, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Like I said, I was in the middle of doing this, and I've done it before, and I thought, I think I want to let people know what this actually looks like. So hopefully I'm not blocking you. I'll move over here so you can see a little bit better. There we go. And this spline keeps these two pieces in here from turning, allowing this to get tight. It's a ways. And it's pretty quick once you know how to do it. But it's kind of like Sloan makes everything proprietary. Okay, see that thing's nice and tight? Put some grease just on this so it will go in and not rip the O-ring. Okay, pull this out. Pull this off. Get my finger in there so I don't lose my washers. Put the bezel on here. Stick this back in here. Make sure I got my two washers, red one on top. Place this back in here. Push this in. Hand tighten this so I can get a relative idea of where it should sit. Okay? And I'm going to take this and tighten it back again. See that? Doesn't that look normal? Yeah. Some of them require the bezel to go on first, some of them afterwards. I'm really sorry that I'm leaving pipe wrench marks here, but I'm just trying to do a real easy turns so I don't strip anything. Okay? Now this last one, I'm going to make sure that we're at a relative 90 degrees and your toilet is sitting right. And not real tight, just hand tight at the end of a crescent that you're using or a plumber's tool. And open up the water valve. We're just checking for leaks. Turn it a few times. So I experienced a sticky valve here, so finally I got the valve undone. Just a little bit of a turn you have to do. And you see, no leaking, we're good to go. So I'll put the cap back on here. Nice and tight, everything's good.